Hello, beautiful people. Welcome. I am Emily Alcina, and I'm back with a topic that is deeply important to me, and I believe is going to resonate with you. The topic is about how our past experiences with emotional safety or lack of from our families of origins can impact the relationship that we cherish the most, the relationship that we have with our spouses, our partners, with our kids. I'm going to share something personal about me. And this is something that you may not be aware of, even if you are close to me. Is the fact that I feel disconnected a lot of the time. I actually struggle with connection and vulnerability. The thing is that at a very young age, I learned that I needed to guard my heart. I was a kid who have the capacity to experience a lot of emotions. Emotions can be overwhelming, especially if they are not being guided or if there is not consistency in the place where you're being raised, or capacity to handle your emotions, to take your emotions, to be aware that you're having an emotional experience and to guide you through it. So little by little, what I concluded is that I was not safe to feel my emotions the way I needed in that time. So I needed to create strategies. So I did. I created great strategies that helped me survive that environment without having to expose my heart or without having to allow my heart to open up and be hurt or broken. So these strategies are maybe familiar to you. Maybe these are things that you do. So think about your own strategies as I talk about here. If you have experienced times where you did not feel safe while you were growing up to experience emotions, you have created strategies. My strategies are about disconnecting. I disconnect from my heart. I disconnect from people. I push people away. I reject vulnerability. I reject connection. I'm really good at sitting here and listening to your emotions, but do not ask me. Do not ask me about mine. I don't want to get vulnerable. I don't want to get in touch with them. I don't want to share them. That's part of my protection method of rejection. Now, the thing is that these strategies were really good as I was growing up. But here, right now, that's not what I want. I actually want the opposite. The more I grow in this life, the more I learn that I just want to open up. I want to open up my heart. I want to be able to be vulnerable and feel emotions and be okay to feel my emotions in whatever environment that I'm at. So I work every day. I work hard in trying to expose myself. This is what I'm doing right now. Hello, I am exposing myself and my vulnerability. I'm sharing with you a story that is very personal to me. So as I open my heart, I am sending a different signal. I want something different. I want connection. Now, just because I want connection, I want to open my heart, doesn't mean that I'm just right away going to know I'm going to be good at this. So what happens is that my old strategies, they sneak in. They show up, they start pushing people away. The one that suffers the most is my personal relationship with my wife. So what I do these micro rejections. Sometimes they are not actually micro. Sometimes I could be very bold in terms of rejecting connection. She's approaching me and I'm like, nah, don't touch me. I don't want to go there. I don't want vulnerability. I don't want to talk about these. And I kind of put that wall. And that's hurtful because she knows that she hasn't done anything to cause for me to reject her that way. My environment with her is safe. I'm emotionally safe with her. However, sometimes my strategy is to push her away. And sometimes I do it more in a micro level. So I reject her like a micro rejection. For example, she will kind of reach out like her hand and grab mine and I will be like, ooh, and right away I feel that need to reject. It's like, ooh, too close, too vulnerable. Nah, I don't want that, right? So right away I start like, da 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 da. I'm gonna go see what's happening over there, right? So it's a micro rejection that I'm doing, but she's smart. She gets it. She knows exactly what I'm doing. She knows what I'm pulling away. So what I'm saying is this is not healthy for relationships because your partner is paying for something of your past. They are experiencing rejection because of you're not feeling emotionally safe, but it's not nothing to do about them. So as I work with my own stuff, I have come up with some strategies I'm hoping to share with you today. Are you ready? Okay, first one, Acknowledge your feelings. Get to know yourself, get to know what your feelings, because the feelings is the ones that are activating that strategy. So you may be feeling afraid, there may be some discomfort, there may be something that happened that activated a fear, okay, in you, and that fear activated the strategy of like, whoa, wall, I need to put that wall, I'm not safe to feel this emotion right now. Okay, so what you're training yourself is that saying, I have an emotion and it's safe for me to acknowledge it. 2, differentiate your relationships. One bucket needs to be for your family of origin. You can put everyone there in that bucket. You need to have a different bucket where you put your spouse, your partner, your kids. That's a different bucket. You need to differentiate it, because when you have this concept that family, I'm not safe emotionally with family, you're including everyone, including the family that you have created. You need to learn to differentiate it. So you may know that this is your experience, this happened to you with your family of origin, but this is a different bucket. This is family, but this is a family that you chose. This is a family of right now. This is the family whom you feel safe with. 3, communicate openly. Let your partner know what's happening, what you're discovering about yourself, what strategies that you may be using that may not be serving you anymore, that you want to change. Let this person know so they become aware, and they little by little they can understand that it's not about them. Okay, communicate your needs. If you need them to give you a heads up, like, hey, I think you're doing one of those micro rejections right now, right? It could be playful. Sometimes you can give them permission to give you that heads up, because if they make you aware, then maybe there's things that you can do to make it better. Or maybe you want to say, you know, when if I do that, don't be mean, don't put it back in my face, I'm figuring it out, like just give me some grace here. Okay, just communicate, be clear, ask for your needs. 4, practice mindfulness. The more aware that you are of how your body is activating, right, how that wall is coming up, the more awareness that you have, is almost like you're slowing down the process, and you get to really become familiar of what's happening in a very unconscious way. It doesn't happen as fast as you think. When you slow down the process, you can actually become more aware of how you're making these conclusions about I'm not being emotionally safe, and how you're kind of guarding yourself, guarding your heart. The more awareness that you have, the more space that you have to make a choice. So you can feel all this emotional reaction, all these activations for protection, and you can still choose to lean in. So when you have that attentive connection, when that partner gives their hand and you're like, ooh, rejection, push back, you need to do something, you can choose to lean in. That's still your decision as you're creating a new strategy towards love and connection, because you know that you're safe emotionally now. 5, rebuild trust and safety. That needs to continuously be rebuilt in your personal relationship with your partner. Okay, communication is key here. Okay, communication is number 3. So in order to continue building that trust with that person, communicate openly, trust each other, so you can build that safety within this relationship. 6, forgive yourself. Kindness is the name of my company, Kind Therapy Ottawa. I try to practice kindness every day, kindness and forgiveness, because these strategies were created in a time where I needed them the most. Now they are no longer serving me, okay? So sometimes you could feel frustrated that, once again, why do they keep showing up? Like, why do I have this visceral feeling of like needing to reject the people that I love and I want to be closer to? That could be a very frustrating feeling, okay? Forgive them, forgive yourself, forgive the fact that that strategy is showing up for you so you can continue to move forward. And lastly, get help. If you need help, get the help you need. I need a therapist. I see someone because I cannot do this on my own. I'm blindsided by sometimes by these emotions. My therapist helped me put words into my experiences. It helps me process the pain. It helps me understand the strategies that I'm using. Helps me realize what's working for me, what's not working, what's my new intention, What do I want? So if you need help, if you cannot do this on your own, ask for help. There is no shame in being an adult and asking for the help that we need. If you're liking the material so far, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe. If this material resonates with you, if you're yourself experiencing something like this, something familiar, or you have a strategy that you did not mention in this video and you want to share with all of us, please do leave a comment. And for now, I let you go, but until the next time.